It's time for a little chat. I haven't been able to talk to you guys very much because we've been traveling so much, and I've been in Ohio with Hallie, and they don't want to be on social media, so I try to respect that and when I'm there, and so I'm not on a lot. But I am by no means saying to you guys that I think I'm better than you, or that I think my faith is better than your faith, or that my thinking is better than your thinking. I'm simply saying that my faith is the reason I think the way I do, and I'm not saying that the way you think makes you not a believer. I'm saying that we think differently. Even if you're a Jesus follower and saying you don't agree with me on issues, we think differently. We take things differently. I hear things differently than you do. But I'm not going to do the hate thing. I'm not going there. That's what Satan wants of us. And I'm not a Satan follower. I'm not saying that you are by saying that. I'm just not. I'm not doing the hate thing. I know a lot of us think the same and a lot of us don't. And just because we don't think the same does not give me ill feeling toward you. If you have ill feeling toward me, then I guess that's between you and you, because I'm not going to go there. Jesus asked us to love each other, and I'm going to do my best to do that. If you are a Jesus follower, we're going to be in heaven together. So we might as well get along. We're going to be ruined together. And something made me think the other day. Trav and I were talking. He said something about somebody, and I was like, oh, are they saved? Do they know the Lord? And he said, I'm not sure if they do. And I just don't ever want that to be me. If I'm not sharing Jesus, the number one in my life, the reason we're here, even though this is my business platform, if I'm not sharing Jesus, what am I even doing? I mean, I love home decor. I want everyone to know that I love Jesus, and that Jesus is the reason for every season. I will still be sharing my normal home decor content, but I will be sharing Jesus too, because he is the most important in my life. And if I truly believe that, if that's truly true, then I would be sharing him, and everyone would know that I love Jesus. No one would have to be, oh, did she know the Lord? Well, I'm not sure if she did. I want it to be, yes, she loved the Lord. He was the most important in her life. All that to say, I do believe we can still get along, even though we have differing opinions. And I also want to say that Jesus spoke against sin all over in his word. He hates our sin. He tells us to go and sin no more. Yes, he accepts us. Yes, he loves us. Yes, he died on the cross for us so that we could be forgiven from our sins and live in eternity with him. But he doesn't accept our sin. He doesn't love our sin. And so I'm not going to go into details of all the debating and everything and back and forth, because I know that we disagree on the full picture of things. Some of you. But I am going to say that Jesus was very blunt in the Bible, a lot of places, about how he hates our sin. But he does love us. He does love us. And no matter what you've done, you can be forgiven. And I can't remember if I addressed this or not, so I'm just going to say it again if I did. But I don't think that all 6,000 and counting that are unfollowing me because of my faith. Because I have shared it on here before, and a lot of you do know that I love the Lord. I want to share it more because I want you guys to know Jesus, and I want you to know how important Jesus is, and that he is the only reason that we're here. But I brought it up talked about it in the faith aspect, because that's why I think differently. And even if you're a Jesus follower and you think differently than me, I have a different view on the whole picture. I see the whole picture differently. I don't need to debate with you about it, but that's why. I don't think that they're all unfollowing me just because I'm a Christian. That's not what I'm trying to say.
How many times I hear from pastors, well, you're not very nice, Charlie. Bingo. I don't strive to be nice. I strive to be obedient to the Lord. I strive to tell the truth. Don't care if I'm nice. Completely irrelevant.
It is irrelevant. He makes a really good point. A lot of times in churches, a lot of pastors especially, have decided that if it hurts somebody's feelings, that's not kind. But that's not what Jesus said at all. In fact, Jesus said we should not be afraid of those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both the body and soul in hell. So if I'm saying something that hurts your feelings, but it's true, that is actually really kind. And if I'm pulling back and not telling the truth just because I don't want to hurt your feelings, what I'm really saying is I'm more afraid of you than I'm afraid of God. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So the truth is kindness. Kindness is truth.